Good morning, everyone. It's Yvonne here from the Aussie Goddess to do your What's Cracking reading. And when we're asking what's cracking this morning, I'm sorry, it's a little bit still my voice. This is pretty standard stuff, me doing this at the beginning of winter and at the beginning of summer. I do it every year. I get some sort of bug, I get asthma, and the doctor said to me last year, my timing's impeccable. Always at the beginning of the season, at the end. I'm not doing it next year, I've promised myself. So today is the 22nd of June. I'd like to say a big thank you to you all for subscribing to my channel. You know how much I'm blown out about this journey, and every day I don't even know how to explain it. I'll be coming up for 2 years on the channel in August, and it feels like it's just been such a journey, such a beautiful journey, because I've been doing a lot of work on myself along the way too. So I want to say a big thank you for your support, for all the new people coming on board. Thank you for joining us. If you're interested in any classes, personal readings, or donating to the channel, Six of Cups coming out, and I'm pretty sure that did that last time I did a reading, daily. If you're interested in personal reading classes or donating to the channel, all of the information is below. Please help the channel by giving me a thumbs up if the reading resonates, so we can help get further out to more people. I'm using the Connolly Tarot for your reading here. And I'll draw you an oracle card from the Journey of Love when we're finished. All right, let's get cracking. Nine of Wands coming out. Now, the Nine of Wands is a card that talks about personal boundaries. It is the card of the Wounded Warrior, which often implies that we've been cycling something, or we've got some sort of pattern in the way we do things in our lives, which is not helping us anymore and needs to go. This is sort of like that getting hurt over and over again, some sort of core belief, some sort of pattern where we keep doing things the same way, but we're not realizing we're perhaps not doing them in our own best interest. And it may not be known to us either, because a lot of the time with the patterns, it's sort of like you've got to recognize that you're doing things the same way before you can actually start the healing process. I know a lot of people on that journey at the moment. Holy dooly, we have the Tower coming out after that. What a morning. Monday morning, wake up, and here it is. Okay, so something has to change. It cannot stay the same. This is 9. We're about to close out the cycle at number 10. Something has to change before it hits the number 10, so that they've sent a Tower in here. Now, the Tower generally comes in to break down all our old ideas and give us a fresh new start. Now, sometimes this can be in a physical sense, like could be a job loss, could be a house move, it could be a relationship breakdown. But my understanding, most of the time when this comes through, it's something that makes you see. It's either an epiphany, revelation, something that opens your eyes up to say, wow, that's something I need to work on right there. And you set about changing. And the change means that you often break down old beliefs, or you recognize a core belief. For example, if you were having trouble making money in your work or saving, maybe every time you get to a certain point, you sort of go backwards. And one day the Tower comes in and says, hey, you've got a core belief around your making money and a poverty consciousness that you need to work on. Bang, and there you go. So you're off making some sort of changes to your life here, which are going to bring in a beautiful, stable new beginning. Now, for some of you, that could be exactly what we're talking about here, because this can be money. This can be a brand new start to money. It could be that you have been going through, say, bullying in your job. It could be that you have gone through a lot of relationships and you never seem to get the long-term relationship. And very often what we do as human beings, we tend to blame everything else other than something that may be hidden or not really obvious to us in our lives. The Tower is going to make that clear to you. So there seems to be a brand new start here. We do have the Seven of Wands coming through, and this is about standing your ground, being defiant, but fighting against something. Wow, okay, so we do have the Chariot card coming in behind that. We do have Scorpio and Cancer both represented here, so you could be dealing with some of those people. But the Chariot talks about forward movement. So something's going to help you move forward here. It might be a bit sudden, it may be a realization, but something is helping you move forward to help with some sort of pattern or cycle that you've been experiencing in your life that stopped you being able to manifest the life you want. Very nice beginning. Let's have a look and see how the story unfolds. Okay, so we have the Seven of Cups coming in. And the Seven of Cups is the card of confusion, illusion, and delusion. This very often comes in when we're seeing life in the wrong way. So we're seeing life as an illusion. It can be a card of dreaming, so maybe you are feeling like you're dreaming of something better than you're actually experiencing. And the universe looks as though they're about to bring that into line for you. Okay, Five of Wands. So there's some sort of going backwards and forwards here. Some sort of overthinking it. This is an internal conflict. Now, it can be with conflict with other people, but in this card, there's only one person. So I know you're experiencing inner conflict here on how to move forward. So maybe you've already had the recognition of the recognition of the pattern, but maybe you're not really sure how to go about doing something about it yet. Maybe you haven't experienced the Tower. What you want in your life is to be independent. That's the Nine of Pentacles. Be independent, self-sufficient, have some sort of power over the life you want, be able to enjoy the fruits of your labor. But for some unknown reason, it's elusive. It's like it goes backwards and forwards all the time. So it's sort of every time you get to a point where you think this is it, finally, I'm at the doorstep, it's just drawn away, or it just goes away. And you're left questioning what is happening every time to get you to that point. All right, so we have the Eight of Swords. So there's been a bit of thinking about how to put this right. So you've already started some sort of process here. So maybe many of you have recognized the pattern. Maybe you've understood that something is happening a certain way, but maybe you haven't got your finger on what it is yet. It's coming, okay? It's coming. Don't think it's not. It is. That Tower comes around to let you know that. Okay, so some of you here with this King of Wands could be having issues getting a business off the ground. It could be that you're not mastering your own domain. It could be you're not getting the person in your life that you want. And there's a lot of kittens in this card, which is really cute because I always see cats as being intuition. And there's kittens. So that sort of makes me feel that it's got something here to do with your intuition. And with this Five of Wands, your logical thinking. So there's some sort of illusion here that takes you between your intuition and your logical thinking. And what happens is you go backwards and forwards with that. And it puts you in a thinking space, a logical thinking space. But you're unable to understand how this space is holding you back. Okay, so we have the Temperance card. Yeah, this is about bringing those things into balance. It's about bringing your logic, your intuition, your emotions, and all the other things that you have within you into a balance so that you can focus on the prize, so you can bring that into manifestation. You can't bring it into manifestation through being logical. The trusting your intuition is probably not exactly right either. So you've got to have a balance of all of those things, including your emotions, because in Temperance, she's pouring water from one cup to the other. So this is about having all of those things in one place, all in balance. Yeah, and we have the card of working on something here. So for those of you who are in this space and relate to this reading or resonate with this reading, there could be sort of still an imbalance between being logical about things, being emotional about things, and also understanding how you can work on these in a way that it brings all of your senses into balance. Because what you're doing at the moment is you're probably trusting your intuition, and then you start to go into your logical brain and poo-poo intuition, thinking maybe it can't be right, or I'm wrong, or this 5 of Wands energy. I'd like to trust my intuition, but then, you know, logically you've been raised with this very sort of transparent, logical brain. So you keep going back into that all the time and reaching for information. And then, you know, you get a sign from the universe and you miss it because you're in your logical brain, and the sign is telling you that what you're feeling, wanting, seeing is true, but you're missing it. So you go backwards and forwards all the time. And it's okay to question things, but if you don't trust your logic, your feelings and everything going on around you, and know when your emotions are not serving you, then you're going to keep going back into that energy, that scattered energy, and cycling those 3 things. So for example, you haven't found love yet. So you get up one day and you go, right, I can feel it, it's happening, I can feel it in my gut, this is going to happen, this is wonderful, I'm going to fall in love, and your intuition's beautiful, on point. And then something happens during the day and you think, I'm not worthy of that, I don't deserve it, it's never going to happen for me, look at my past, look at my history, oh, this is really bad, I'm never going to have anybody to love me. That's the energy. So you're going round and round in that cycle. And it's okay. It's what you've been taught. It's what you came here to learn. You came here to learn about self-love, manifestation, and bringing yourself the best possible life that you could have. And this is the learning that takes you there. Okay, so we have a Page of Wands coming through. And then we have the 6 of Wands, which of course is the Victory card. You're getting some sort of indication, some sort of sign here. Beautiful. And we do have the 5 of Swords at the end, so I will come back to the 5 of Swords with a clarifier. Okay, so have you on the 9 of Wands? So I feel like for most of you, about to close out this cycle. I think most of you have some sort of idea where you're going, but the Tower will help you sort of get it straight and move back on track. This will help you manifest what it is you want in your life. And I can see here that you're going to stand firm with this to move forward. So it's almost like you're saying here, I'm not giving up. I'm going to have another go at it. I'm just going to see it from a little bit of a different perspective. Okay, so now what I have here is this idea that something here is going to bring you a message to help you shift to this victory. And we have a conflict card here. The 5 of Swords, and the 5 of Swords is a card of sort of feeling like you've won at something, but not necessarily winning. So I feel like something here, some sort of conversation with someone where you realize that perhaps you've been looking at things either I never like right and wrong, because I don't think things are right and wrong. I think they're purely there to serve our learning. But there's something here that someone's going to show you through some sort of conflict how to do this correctly. Now, it may not be it's not a horrible conflict with the 5 of Swords. It's generally just this sort of winning an argument, for example, and walking away and then realizing perhaps the other person had a really good point, but you weren't really listening to them because you were sort of focused on winning. And I feel like something like that is going to come through here to help you see with this Victory card that you perhaps haven't got it all right. And it could be in an offer from someone here, because we have the Knight of Cups coming through on top of that. And we do have the Moon coming through behind that. And then back to the Ace of Pentacles again. And behind that we have the Wish card. So I'm thinking here there seems to be some sort of offer coming in for you here. Now this offer may be conflicted because perhaps either you didn't expect the other person to see your side of the argument. So you may have had something happen where the other person possibly didn't see your side of things. I think they have now, because they're coming forward with some sort of offer. Now the Moon is here, and the Moon is, the card of sort of not really knowing how this is going to happen or what's going to happen. You have to trust here that the universe is trying to help you to see something. This is your Tower. And perhaps you weren't expecting the offer, you weren't expecting something to come in. But again, with the Ace of Pentacles here. So they're determined to show the Ace of Pentacles to you today. And we do have the Wish card overlying that. So there is something here like this is a wish coming true. So you're about to get gifted with a wish that or something you've wanted to show you how this works, so that you understand what you've been not doing in a way that's benefiting you up until now. Something beautiful is about to happen here to put you back on track, to understanding your personal power, what you're really capable of, understanding the imbalance in your life here. Okay, so we have the card of Earth Angel coming out here. Isn't that a stunning card? All right, 54. That's nice and easy. Oh, this oracle brings a message of divine guidance. You have an angel with you, watching over you and assisting you in response to your heart's call for help, love and protection for you and your beloveds. Your prayers have been heard and answered. Keep praying each day from your heart and know you are safely carried on the journey of love. If you've been worrying about a loved one, know that this protection extends to them as well. You're asked to pray more and worry less, allowing love to be. And I think it would be really, really nice here. And I'm going to read you the poem that's here because I think it's really beautiful. If you don't want to listen, that's fine. Earth Angel, you carry the world in your robes and heaven in your hair. You bring me a special gift now, responding to my prayer. Though sometimes they may feel that I am struggling or alone, you come to me now and carry into my heart, you bring me home. Even from the darkest depths, I rise up to meet your light. I cannot be separated from the divine. I cannot be separated from the light. So this is about recognizing your true self. Have a wonderful Monday.